James cooed and giggled happily, reaching at the diaper and clapping his hands together in approval as Myra unfolded the diaper, as the sound of its crinkle filled the nursery. James smiled as Myra placed the diaper under his bottom and laid him back down. She smiled warmly at the look of complete contentment and joy as his bottom touched the soft, cushiony material. Knowing what a huge mess she had just dealt with, Myra opened a tube of Barmex and rubbed the cold, soothing ointment on his bottom. Once she was done, she reached for the baby powder. The purple cap signaled that it contained lavender. James had had a busy morning, and she smiled, knowing this would soothe and relax him for his nap time. Twisting the cap on the big bottle of powder, Myra shook it from side to side, teasing him with its fragrance as a few white puffs billowed out from her shaking the open bottle. "Who's ready for powder?" Myra cooed as James kicked around again. Myra smiled and spread James's legs, slowly turning the bottle upside down, faking gasps and surprise as the bottle rotated around to its side, little bits of powder falling between his legs as the bottle continued to rotate, more and more powder falling out until it was completely upside down. "I hope you brought your coat and mittens, Piquia ±0, because I think there's going to be a snowstorm." Myra squeezed the bottle with all her might as a shower of powder rained down over James's diaper area and onto the fresh Clean Love's diapers. James giggled wildly as Myra grasped his ankles again and lifted him off the changing table, aiming the powder at his bottom, and puffing it out on both of his round bottom cheeks before placing him back down on the Loves. Just to be safe and knowing it would make her and his grandmas very happy, Myra sprinkled a little on his tummy and chest before she began to massage the sweet-smelling powder into his skin. There wouldn't be a soul who would enter this house and not smell the baby boy that currently lived there. James felt overwhelmed by the baby powder, making him blush even harder. The smell gave him butterflies and a sense of not being to escape its intoxicating aroma. Myra's long red nails tickled him in the process, making it hard for him to stay still. Putting some on my chest as well, she tipped her long olive nose onto it and came back up, making me giggle uncontrollably at the baby powder on the tip of her nose, and she made herself look cross-eyed. It started to sink in for him now that he would smell like a baby without the slightest doubt. In theory, Myra was sealing his fate at the moment. If he wandered out of the house again, a neighbor would instantly know that he was a toddler and shouldn't be outside the house. This feeling would have put knots in his stomach yesterday, but right now it made him smile. Taping up the diaper and almost methodically running her fingers through the leggings to make sure that they were leak-proof, Myra then unstrapped James from the changing table, put her arm on his back and supported his bottom with her other hand, instantly sending warm feelings of care and love as he instinctively hugged her even tighter as he was picked up. Upon walking to the closet, Myra picked out the sleeper that seemed to resemble that of a bunny rabbit, standing James on the changing table and sliding him into the outfit. James squirmed to be put inside, immediately cooing at the cashmere soft sensation of the inside of the sleeper. Myra cooed to him, Eskimo kissing him as she stood him up on the changing table and helped him into the sleeper, pulling the bunny-eared hoodie over his head and zipping him up. All dressed, James reached eagerly with both hands for Myra to pick him up and cuddle him, and Myra was only happy to oblige. "My sweet Piquia ±0, she cooed to him as she carried the plastic bag with the dirty diaper downstairs with James in tow. "How would you like to sit in the rocking chair with me?"